everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing some of the first reactions and reviews to the highly anticipated Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Early reviews for the opening parts of Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine are generating some strong buzz ahead of its theatrical release and debut. Coming with a massive cast of characters, Deadpool and Wolverine marks the MCU's first MCU X-Men-centric solo film behind Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Insiders have heard many different reports, rumors really at that, of the MCU threequel being really good after learning of multiple different reviews from the test screenings, potentially setting up a film that could usher the franchise back into prominence for good. And so, after test screenings of the first 37 minutes exactly of Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine throughout many different countries, Berlin, Germany, China, London, Great Britain, and of course here in the United States, critics have shared strong, positive reactions to the footage that they had saw on X and as well taking to other various social media platforms. HZJoe03, the content creator, found it difficult to find any negatives about the footage that he had saw, teasing that fans are in for a straight-up continuation from Deadpool 2's story and tone-wise, as well as he reveals and says more in quote, "I watched the first 35 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine. No spoilers, no joke. I'm struggling to find any negatives. Despite the Fox merger, this feels like a straight-up continuation from Deadpool 2's story and tone as well. Nothing has been toned back. All of the comedy hits and the action was quite beautiful. I saw lots of, you had a problem with the color grading in the trailers, but on screen it's so much better looking. And the suits, of course, are absolutely gorgeous." Ending that quote right there. Not just that, but he goes on to note that a majority of the footage from the film's trailers happens within the first 30 minutes or so, as kind of any given other movie or franchise, TV show even. And on top of that, attendees saw a short bit of footage not seen in any of the trailers, which he had called quite insane in all caps, as he reveals and says more, in quote, "The trailers haven't given away much really at all. A majority of the footage you've seen happens in the first 30 minutes or so, and even then, a lot of that 30 minutes were things we didn't expect at all. They also showed us a snippet of things not in the trailer, and it looks insane. I'm begging you to stay away from spoilers for the next 2 weeks because this movie might blow your mind. If the full movie is as good as this footage that I saw, then this is easily going to be one of my favorite Marvel films and definitely the best Deadpool in the trilogy." Ending that quote right there. The excitement levels only stays on top for Loopers.com Nick Stanforth, as he reveals that he had just gone through the roof after seeing the threequel's opening with the first 30 minutes as well, leading him to plead to see the rest of the action, as he reveals and says, in quote, "I'm never one to say you're not ready, but you really aren't ready." The excitement levels for Deadpool and Wolverine have just gone through the roof. The first 30 minutes prove that Wade and the Wolverine are cutting loose in the best way possible. Give me the whole film. Ending that quote right there. Through the roof, and just the whole idea of you're not ready. Like, you think you are, but you are not ready for with what this film is going to have to offer to the fans. Now, critics over in London, a member Katie Smith-Wong, had saw enough from the first 37 minutes to tell her that this movie is going to simply just be epic, saying that there, in quote, "It may have been just a 37-minute sneak peek, but it's enough to tell me that the entirety of this movie is going to be absolutely epic." I can't wait to see the whole thing. Ending that quote right there. Of course, it's praise upon praise upon praise. It's the best thing in the entire world kind of praise going on for Deadpool and Wolverine. What is kind of some more of those negative thoughts, or maybe things that they thought could have been better or should have been better from some of those critics that may score or be a bit more tougher? Those expectations that just may be a little bit higher. I like to think that I'd fall underneath that category, especially being a film student. I kind of would maybe know some of the gimmicks a little bit better than just your average moviegoer as well. I can't really say that that means anything or everything, of course, as well, but I'd like to think that I would know a little bit more about just film in general when it compares to your average moviegoer. Of course, as of for myself, I have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine quite yet, but one reviewer out there under Natch Silver over on X made it clear that he is not quite sure if the entire movie is good or not, but said that the footage that he saw was good, leaving him and as well as the rest of the audience simply satisfied, saying that they're, in quotes, "Before people come at me, I only saw the first 37 to 40 minutes. I don't know if the entire movie is good or not. From the stuff which I saw, it was good. The audience, and me included, were very satisfied. We even clapped at the end, but you can only have it in 2 weeks, a total different opinion than me, of course, as well," ending that quote right there. I also want to point out that a lot of these critics are pointing out specifically, like, kind of calling it not just the first, like, 30 minutes of the movie, but calling it, like, 30 minutes worth of footage. So it also kind of makes you ask and question, maybe Marvel decided to pick and choose two different areas, like footage and stuff, scenes that they've already shown and have shown in much of the marketing and promoting in the trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine, and if they're like including the best of the best from the movie as well. Like, it's not exactly in order. It's kind of just like random scenes that consist up until 30 minutes pretty much, because none of them necessarily are saying that it is the first 30 minutes. But you can let me know down in the comments down below if you guys know anything about that. He also goes on to share a second post anticipating blowback for his response to the footage, not coming out and just saying that, oh, it's everything and that it's amazing, and that maybe he does have a little bit more of an opinion compared to a lot of the other critics that are kind of like very much so praising the movie and the footage here already, saying into that response to the footage before saying director Sean Levy actually got that sauce, leaving him in awe of what he did see, kind of like letting it digest, I guess, maybe a little bit more. Maybe he was just a little bit more questionable after coming out of the theater and after watching it exactly. Anyway, guys, Deadpool and Wolverine, it's right around the corner. We can't wait for it. I've heard a lot of great things about this movie, and I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions and anticipations in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace out.